There's a phrase you've heard before: Big Brother is watching you. When George Orwell wrote these words, he wasn't just warning us about a distant future. He was writing about us, about you, about me. Surveillance, propaganda, thought control. In his novels, they were nightmares. In our world, they're apps, platforms, and headlines. Forget flying cars. Orwell's vision wasn't about technology, it was about control, about power, about us. The world he described, it isn't coming, it's already here. So, today we're not just asking if Orwell was right, we're asking what it means to live inside the very world he feared. Are you ready for this? We're not here to expose his life, but let me just give you a quick insight into George Orwell himself. He wasn't born into power. He spent his life watching it from the outside. He lived through war, propaganda, and the collapse of empires. What he gave us wasn't fantasy. It was a mirror showing how fragile truth becomes when power decides what we're allowed to see. He saw how leaders twisted truth until lies became law, how fear could silence millions, and how obedience could feel safer than freedom. From that, he gave us 1984 and Animal Farm. Not novels to entertain, but warnings. Warnings that control doesn't always wear a uniform. Sometimes it wears a smile. He gave us maps of how control creeps into our everyday life, step by step, until you stop noticing it. Our language, our news, our thoughts. Back then, power spoke through loudspeakers and posters. Today, it whispers through algorithms, filters, and endless doom scrolls. The face of control changes, but its voice remains the same. Now, I've got something for you to reflect on. Have you ever asked yourself if the information you see each day is chosen by you, or chosen for you? In the novel 1984, Big Brother watched you through cameras on every street corner. Surveillance was loud, obvious, terrifying. You always knew you were being watched. Today, we've built our own cameras. We carry them, we update them, we even upgrade them willingly. Orwell imagined forced surveillance. What he couldn't predict was voluntary surveillance. The way we've traded freedom for convenience, one app download at a time. Every search you make, every click, every scroll, every like, it doesn't just vanish, it's tracked, stored, bought and sold to the highest bidder. And the funny part? We don't resist it. We participate in it. We do the work Big Brother never had the resources to do. In Orwell's world, privacy was stripped away by force. In ours, it slipped away in exchange for free shipping, push notifications, and personalized recommendations. He imagined cages. We invented comforts. Big Brother doesn't need to break down your door. He just needs you to tick the terms and conditions box. He just needs you to hand over your attention. And with every swipe, every scroll, every tap, we keep on building the system ourselves. If Orwell's nightmare was about being forced to obey, isn't ours more terrifying? That we've learned to love the chains because they come wrapped in convenience? In the novel 1984, Orwell described newspeak, a language designed to shrink thought itself, erase the word freedom, and over time, people stop imagining freedom at all. Erase the word justice, and injustice becomes invisible. Limit the vocabulary, and you don't just silence voices, you silence entire possibilities of thought. It wasn't just censorship, it was control at the root level. If people don't have the words to describe oppression, they lose the ability to even recognize it. And that was Orwell's deepest warning. That language isn't just communication, it's the boundary of what we believe is possible. We don't need a ministry of truth to rewrite dictionaries. We have hashtags, slogans, and polished headlines that do the work for us. The words are still there, but their meaning is hollow. Outrage trends for a week, then disappears, leaving truth drowned beneath noise and repetition. The danger isn't just that words are changed, it's that we use them, we repost, we retweet. Not because we believe them, but because it feels safe to echo what everyone else is saying. Orwell's warning was clear: control the language, and you control thought. And today, every headline, hashtag, and slogan pushes us deeper into that reality. George Orwell didn't just warn us about dictators with iron fists. He warned us about something far quieter, far easier to miss: our willingness to obey. Not obedience born of fear, but obedience born of comfort, because comfort can be the softest leash of all. And today, that leash looks familiar. It looks like the dopamine rush of likes, shares, and follows. It looks like staying silent in the face of lies, because speaking up feels too costly. It looks like drowning in distraction, because distraction is safer than awareness. Orwell's beliefs show us that oppression doesn't always arrive with boots on your doorstep. Sometimes it arrives as a glowing screen, a scroll of endless noise, a false sense of safety that pulls us into submission. And the scariest part? We don't resist it, we choose it. Have you ever chosen silence, not because you agreed, but because speaking up felt too risky? I know you're guilty of this, because I am too. We all are. George Orwell died in 1950, young, only 46. But his words lived on because they were never about one man, one regime, or one moment in history. They were about us, about the human tendency to trade freedom for comfort, to accept lies when they feel easier than truth, to surrender thought when obedience feels safer than doubt. Back then, Orwell warned of telescreens watching every move. Today we pay for the privilege, carrying our own surveillance in our pockets. He warned of state slogans. Now, slogans trend every day, hashtags rising and vanishing to a point where you don't even question right or wrong anymore. You just consume. Orwell didn't warn us about the future. He warned us about the present. So ask yourself this. When you scroll, when you post, when you stay silent, is it really you deciding? Or has the decision already been made for you?